Hello, Passion Film family. Welcome back to Tea with D. It's been a while, but today's tea was well worth the wait. I am going to be having tea with me. Just a conversation that I wanted to have with myself about my healing journey and why I had to get my shit together before I enter into 2025. So, I felt a little nervous even doing this by myself, so I had to pray off camera today. But you know how I love to start our teas, time, energy, and attention worth sharing with some tea in the cup and throwing the pinky up. And let me show off my cup today. Look at that, look at that, look at that. And I have some chamomile tea in this cup today. Um, Perimenopause has given me another gift, heartburn. So this tea is suggested to help calm that heartburn. So I've been drinking it a lot more now. So cheers. And welcome, welcome, welcome again to Tea with D, time, energy, and attention worth sharing. Today I'm going to be talking about my journey, my healing journey, and why I decided that I had to get my shit together. I'm actually going to be answering 8 questions that some of my viewers wanted me to discuss throughout today's tea time. So I'm going to jump right in with question number 1. Okay. Question number 1, D. What was a turning point in your life that made you realize you needed to get your shit together? Your strength, your hope, your intentions, and your tenacity. That is a wonderful question. I'm so happy that you asked that. Well, I want to say that turning 45 this year was a pivotal moment for me. It was not only, I don't know, I just think it felt like a light switch just went off and a lot of things got brighter for me. Things that I felt that I've been just like pacifying in the past few years of my life that no longer wanted to be comforted. It wanted to be dealt with. And I decided that the only way that could happen was for me to go on a healing journey. I remember one night I was just really emotional and took it to God. And I heard Him clearly telling me that I needed to get my shit together. And first and foremost, after being highly offended, I'm like, God, watch your mouth. Right. But then He spoke out what the acronym meant: your strength, D, your hope, D, your intentions, and your tenacity. Those things need to become crystal clear to you so that when life keeps life in, because you know life is going to keep life in, that you're able to tap into the tools and the strategies that God has given you to keep going. So that was very important for me. The other thing that really pushed me into the season of healing is perimenopause, y'all. A lot of people um, do not talk about it, but I thought I was too young to even be experiencing it, and I'm not. I turned 45 and my body just started just really going through a lot of different changes, and from hot flashes to dry mouth syndrome to now my eyesight, my night vision is even being affected. So it's a lot of just hormonal changes that's actually affecting the body, and not only affecting the body, but your mind, right? You have moments where you feel like you're in this bit deep brain fog that your thoughts are just there, but not accessible. And there's so much that is going on in your body and your mind at the same time. It's like, how do I get back to a place where I feel balanced, where I feel safe, where I feel like I can really address all of these issues and concerns? And on top of it, on top of all of that, I haven't been in therapy for almost a year. I stopped going to therapy last year, When I felt like my therapist, who was a licensed social worker, I just felt like our relationship became more of a friendship and not a therapeutic transaction. So I had to really just make some changes. And for me, it was like a lot more reading, a lot more writing, a lot more praying, and just seeking God about the strategies that I need to implement into this season of my life. Question 2. How did you navigate the challenges of staying committed to your healing journeys when life felt overwhelming? I didn't have a choice, y'all, to be honest, right? There are days when you get up in the morning and life hits you before you even get out of the bed. And you have to get to a place where you realize that you can't stop, right? One of the things that I realized, and it's something that I keep reminding myself of, my emotions does not cancel out my assignment for the day, right? The way I'm feeling doesn't stop life from lifing. Life is not going to say, okay, D, I'm going to put life on hold for today and you can come back to it till tomorrow. So one of the things I realized was that in the midst of everything that I was growing through, that I still needed to attend to my daily assignments. Not saying that it's not okay to rest, because there are days when I just have to take a mental day from work and then recover, and that's okay too. But resting and being stagnant are two different things, right? You are allowed to rest, but you cannot stay stagnant. You have to keep moving, especially when God is speaking to you about the season that you are currently in your life. And that's one of the things that keeps me going forward, is the fact that God is still speaking to me, even though sometimes I feel like he is silent about the things that I want him to speak about. I know he's speaking to me. He's speaking to me through his word. He's speaking to me through the books that I'm reading. He's speaking to me through songs. He's speaking to me through individuals. He's speaking, right? And then you just sometimes really have to just quiet yourself so you can actually listen and hear what he's saying. And he gives strategy, strategies that's worth tapping into. And one of the things that he told me to do throughout this season was to write. As much as I did not want to write about the season of my life, God really pushed me to document it. On my website, there's a tab that's labeled this season, and on that particular page, I've just been like sharing, sometimes venting, sometimes praying, sometimes releasing poetry about this season of my life. But then God pushed me even further into creating my latest book, Get Your Shit Together, A Journey of Strength, Hope, Intentions, and Tenacity. And with this book, it was not only poetry from this season of my life, but it also had writing prompts. It has writing prompts after every single poem for the reader to become engaged, not only in this season of my life, but also to tap into their current season and to tap into writing as a form of healing. Number 3, what role did your faith play in helping you find hope and strength during your most difficult moments? There's a little bottle that I want to show you. I don't know if y'all can see that, but my sister friend gave me that, and it's a mustard seed. It's a reminder on the days when I feel like I don't have a lot of faith left, that that's all you even need is faith the size of a mustard seed. And in this season, one of the scriptures that really keeps me grounded and hopeful is Romans 12:12, where it says that find joy in hope, right? and to find patience in afflictions, and to be prayerful, faithful in prayer. And I really think that without my faith in this particular season of my life, I would have walked away from a lot of situations and moments. Not that I haven't tried, but God is crystal clear about the words that He speaks over my life. And one of the words, couple of the words He spoke this season was not yet, right? I don't get to walk away from situations that make me feel uncomfortable. I don't get to walk away from situations that's daring me to grow. And definitely, I'm not going to walk away from situations that's telling me that there are pain points that need to be attended to so that I can become a whole, healed woman of God. So, faith is very important in this season and all of the seasons to come. So, that is one of the things that I definitely hold on to, even if it's the size of a mustard seed. And y'all saw how small that mustard seed is. Were there specific practices or tools like your writer's notebook that became essential in your healing process? If so, how did they help? OMG. Let me take a sip. Okay. This is writer's notebook number 68. And y'all know my story. I've been writing in these books since my first year of teaching in 2004. And yes, this book, along with the gift of writing, has been very essential in my healing journey. This is a safe space for me. See what it says on there. Peace, love, and art. I also decorate. I painted this butterfly before I decorated the rest of my notebook. But my writer's notebook is a safe space for me, but it's also a brave space, right? It's a place where you can not only write your emotions down, your prayers down, your feelings down, but it's also a place of reflection. It's a place that you can affirm yourself. It's a place of expectancy. It's a place where you can really tap into the vitality of your soul and really come undone on a page and then rewrite your story together the way that you want it to flow. So my writer's notebook has been very vital on this healing journey for me, along with my gift of reading. Y'all know I'm a reading specialist, so I love to read books, but particularly in this season, there have been a lot of books that just really helped me in this healing journey. You see my stack back there, but some of the books that's on there right now that's a part of this critical healing journey is The Language of Letting Go, Untangle Your Emotions. Another one that really hit home in so many places was The Gifts of Imperfection. That book right there was so critical. And I want to say that this journey started off by with a book that my baby sister had recommended, her therapist had recommended to her. And that book was Toxic Relationship Recovery. And that book just like, it opened up Pandora's box, I think, for me, because made me, it placed me in a position that I had to examine all of the relationships that I've been in, right? From a kid to a teenager to now an adult, and how those relationships have served me, how those relationships have affected me, how those relationships have molded me into the woman I am today. And that book gave me the language that I needed to actually confront the pain points that I was battling with for a very long time. And one of the things that really and truly has been a critical tool for me throughout this whole healing journey is the gift of writing poetry. And one of the things that God had me do over the past few weeks actually was to go back into my old poetry books and just read some of the poems. And I had an index card. I was just writing down poems that really struck my heart because it was mirroring similar pain points that I was still dealing with in 2024. And one of the things that I heard God say was that even though you're dealing with the same pain points, it should not be affecting you in the same way at this point in 2024, right? I have grown, I've evolved. I am not the same D from 2015. I'm not even the same D from 9 a.m. this morning, right? We evolve every minute of the day. We are transforming. Our minds are being conformed to the will and the mindset of God. So it's like certain things should not be affecting me the same way. However, um, because I am not fully healed yet, things do affect me in ways that sometimes I may be classified, because someone said it yesterday, as being bitter. And that is one word that I do not want anyone to be able to use to describe me. So I was talking to my daughters today while doing laundry, about if they thought I was bitter. And both of them responded sometimes. And it was like, she got on the computer and she was looking up the definition of the word. And what I realized is that I don't want to be bitter. So I really need to get my shit together. I need my strength. I need my hope. I need to really be clear about my intentions, and I need to get my tenacity up. Um, yeah, I hope I answered that question. Let's see. How has getting your shit together transformed your relationship with yourself and others? It's been a mass exodus. I've lost many relationships in this season of my life. Some people have walked away. I have terminated some relationships, and I am learning how to invest in trust again. I had to be honest with a sister friend. I told her I was about to put her into the box of forgotten things. And she was like, damn, Z, that's harsh. But I was telling her, I got to be honest, like in this season of my life, I just like trust is a big thing for me. And it's really hard to trust again when your heart has been broken so many times in the same place. And you're like, yo, it got to be you, because it can't keep breaking in the same place and then you're blaming them, right? So you have to figure out what it is about you that you keep allowing people to get so close to that spot, and that spot that needs to be protected more. And I feel like the book that I'm currently reading speaks to it all, right? By Lisa Turkers. I think I said her last name correct. And if I didn't, I apologize. But I want to trust you, but I don't. Moving forward, when you're skeptical of others, afraid of what God will allow, and doubtful of your own discernment. This book right here, as you can see from all of my notes and highlights, have been spot on. And one of the things that, as I'm reading, like I'm writing prayers to God, I'm like, Abba, please restore and reawaken my safety, my belonging, and my dignity. Help me to be resilient, to be engaged, to be creative, to be relational. Help me with my trust issues. Help me with my money, my time, my resources. Like as I'm going through and I'm highlighting things that's just speaking to my soul, I'm still processing, Abba. I'm healing and hurting. And I'm being real, right? The book that I wrote this book is all about this season of my life. This book is really spot on with all of the emotions, all of the pain points, all of just the stuff that wants to make me bitter, but will not make me bitter because God already told me I am better over bitter. And that's something that I am claiming for the rest of my life. But in order not to become bitter, you have to do the work. You have to process. You have to push through the pain points. You have to sit with your thoughts, sit with your emotions, sit with you. And that's why today's tea was so important. Like, I've shared my tea with a lot of women over the course of this year. And it was like, there's one woman who really desires your time, your energy, and attention, D. Look in the mirror. And yesterday, when I looked in the mirror and I saw like a glimmer of darkness in my eyes, and I heard again, I'll be hearing the voice of God in those moments really clearly, like, the light is in you. Why should you feel this darkness constantly, right? There's something that you need to release. So I wanted to sit with myself today and just have this tea and to later on to actually look at this video and just really and truly listen to myself and to have that time, energy, and attention that's worth sharing with me first. So this book, when I even think about the release of this book, there were a lot of conflicted thoughts and emotions because, like I said in the disclosure of this book, that people are going to be offended, right? It's my truth, told my way, my perspective, but it's also a a segue into the work that needs to be done, right? Honesty is really important to me, and just being transparent with your feelings and how you're feeling. If you can't verbalize it, write it down. Send a person a letter, and then at some point, hopefully, you can come back and have the conversation about it. But to walk around like you're not affected by life, I'm over that. Like, if I'm hurting, I'm gonna let you know I'm hurting. If I'm feeling some sort of way, I gotta let you know, and hopefully we can come back to the table if you are worth investing in, because not every relationship at this point in my life is worth investing in, and not every relationship is worth me pouring my tea into, and vice versa, right? I can't let everybody pour into my cup, and I can't let everybody sip from my tea. And so it's something that it's a fine line, a balance that is really important for you to figure out. Okay, let's see. What advice would you give to someone who feels stuck and unsure of where to begin their healing journey? Pray. Pray first. Talk to God. He knows. He knows where you are, and most importantly, he knows the plans he has for us. Plans to bless us, plans to give us hope, plans to show us what to do with that mustard seed of faith. Talk to God. Like, when I tell you the amount of prayers I've written to him, I know he doesn't get tired, right? So, of reading my stuff, of listening to me. So that's what I would say. Start with him because, yes, therapy is necessary, right? I really truly believe in the gift of therapy, but I feel like it has to be faith and therapy together. Your relationship with God, because he's the ultimate hedge of protection of he's the creator, he's the curator, he knows all of the things that he has for you. So he knows you need the healing, he knows you need the therapy to bring those two things together, right? And then once you get that strength, the S, right, from shit, once you get that strength together, then you'll see that you become hopeful again. And once you get your hopes up, then you'll see you'll be able to start writing down your intention, your goals, the things that you want to attend to. And then God will give you the strategy that you need to then become tenacious and to keep going, even when life comes and smacks you down and dares you to get back up. Looking back, what has been the most rewarding part of your journey towards reclaiming your joy and purpose? Hmm. The most rewarding part of my journey is being able to see the evolution of D in front of me. Like sometimes it's so hard to see, right? But I am really understanding that I'm not the old D anymore. Like I feel different, right? And sometimes I feel ashamed of the feelings, but there's like a deep knowing inside of me that there is more for my life and there's more coming. And if I don't give up, I am going to get there, right? And I think for me, that knowing has been the most rewarding part of this relationship. Through the tears, through the pain points, through the insecurities, through all of this stuff, there is a deep sense of knowing inside of my DNA that there is more coming for my life and for those who are attached to me and assigned to me. And I think that has been a great reward for me. When I think about being able to give the testimony of how God is going to bring me out of this season of my life, I get excited. I can push through all of the stuff. I have my moments, but then I'd be like, okay, D, it's time to go. It's time to get back up. We can't stop, right? God got things for us to do, and there are people who are depending on you. And if you don't get to where you need to get to, they can't get to where they need to get to. So critical. And finally, how has your confidence grown through this journey? And what advice would you share with someone struggling to believe in themselves? First and foremost, confidence is a hell of a drug. And there are days when I feel confident, and there are days when I feel so insecure. So it's like just tapping into that place, that knowing again, and just trusting that God got you, right? Your confidence right now has to be in the fact that God got you. He got you. He got your plans. He got your dreams. He got your family. He got your vision, right? He got you, and He is going to bring you through this season of your life. So if you are struggling with that confidence again, get up under God. Get up under His grace, get up under his joy, get up under his word, right? Something that I need to become more consistent in, right? Reading his word and writing out those scriptures. I have a little, is it in here? Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I got a little pouch that I carry around, and I wrote, some scriptures that's been speaking to me in this season. Isaiah 30:21, right behind you, a voice will say, this is the way you should go. And that's what I'll be telling God. Like, I just want to hear your voice. Like, if you speak, I will listen and I will go where you are telling me to go. But sometimes it's like we have to quiet the noise of life so we can really listen and hear what God is saying. I am loaded with resources. Yes, I am. Genesis 13:1-2. Father Abraham, we are his inheritance, right? We are his heirs, I mean. So we are a part of his inheritance. And if he was loaded, we're loaded too. Waiting for it to hit my account, God. I am created for greatness. Genesis 12:1-3. I have potential, Jeremiah 1-5. I have to go for it. I have to seize the moment, Deuteronomy 2-3. And then sometimes I write little notes to myself. It's already mine. No worries. God is working for me and mine. Sometimes you just need those reminders. So again, these are just like power cards that I carry with me along with my little stickers, my affirmation stickers to put in my notebook. That's in there too. And I'm getting ready to start decorating my new writer's notebook because this one, as you can see, is almost finished. So I got some stuff I've been collecting. My D and my M. So I'm gonna start working on my next writer's notebook soon. I may actually go live for that one. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm trying to really push myself to doing more videos and sharing so y'all can see me and participate and just come through, do some writing with me. Get your copy of Get Your Shit Together, a journey of strength, hope, intentions, and tenacity. This book, unlike my other books, will have a poem followed by writing prompts for you so you can dig deeper in there. Yeah, y'all know my teas are usually longer, but it's just me, myself, and I today. So I just wanted to really and truly check in with myself with an invitation for you to check in with yourself before we enter into the final month, right? On Sunday will be December 1st, the last month for 2024. And I really believe that God wants us to get our shit together, our strength, our hope, our intentions, and our tenacity. So if you see this video and it resonates with your soul, please like it, share it, leave a comment, go to my website. On the main page, you'll see the book. Click it, it'll take you to the Amazon link. The algorithm on Amazon, you can't just type up my book title, not just, yeah, it's not popping. So you have to use the link to purchase the book. I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to write with you. Reach out and let's continue to pour into each other. But before you pour into somebody else's cup, pour into your own cup. And if you're going to pour into your cup, you better make sure you throw that pinky up. Thank you for sharing some time, energy, and attention with me today. I love y'all. It's D, and I will be seeing y'all soon again. December, my baby sister, she owes me T with D. We're going to be talking about her healing journey, and we'll get more into the books. I'll actually take some pictures of the books that I've been reading, and I'll upload those too. All right, y'all. I'm out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and be good to yourselves. Love y'all. Peace.